This podcast contains discussions of violence, crime, and disturbing themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Murder, kidnapping, cults.
Where the trail goes cold, we keep digging.
But let's be honest, we're not professionals, we're not detectives, not criminologists, and we're not even that good at puzzles.
We're just two amateurs with a microphone, way too much curiosity, and a love for good mystery.
We're definitely going to get it wrong. We'll probably go off on tangents, but we'll have fun.
And hopefully, so will you.
This is Dead Ends.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Dead Ends. We're on our mini.
I think it's the fifth
Mini number 5.
I think, yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's a lot of minis.
Let's count him.
Yeah.
It's 5.
5.
5 whole minis.
Yeah.
A little shorter episode. Well, shorter stories.
Shorter stories, but the exact same, sometimes longer.
Sometimes longer.
This one's going to be good, though. This is...
Yeah, we're doing some cool, creepy stuff today. But just quickly, last week we covered Shane and Christopher.
Yes.
Missing kids from New York City.
Who most likely will always be missing.
Remain missing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But hopefully, maybe not. Maybe one day we'll hear good news.
Yeah. If they're alive, they're just they don't even know,
they don't even know. So by chance, maybe they'll find out. But
yeah, at least that's some good thing. They're living their life.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But this week, we're looking at what to do for our miniature stories. And I think I said to you, didn't I, in like a voice note, that I just wanted to do, I'm really high on this like ghost, creepy kind of themes. So we decided naturally to do Pete's favourite thing ever and look into asylums.
Yeah.
Old asylums, the old kind of like lunatic
the fun ones.
Therapy asylums.
Well, not fun for
the patients. But fun for us now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at those and what stuff kind of went on inside there and if there's any gripping tales. So I've got 3 different ones to look at. I think you said you got 2, haven't you? So we'll just bat around. But I actually looked into a certain type. Well, I mean, they're all kind of the same. But I found out basically many of the world's most famous asylums basically began with this respected American physician who like generally just wanted to help people, but then it's gone off the rails.
Yeah.
And his name was Dr. Thomas Story Kirkbride.
Yeah.
And he developed an idea that would basically become the Kirkbride Plan.
Yeah.
Which was just basically a blueprint for psychiatric hospitals that would be copied across the United States, the UK, parts of Europe. And it was quite simple. And even it does sound quite nice, the initial plan. It
sounds great, doesn't it?
Like big, beautiful houses.
Yeah.
Rural, roaring, like rolling hills.
Yeah, loads of natural air and...
Yeah, just like activities in the sunlight in the garden. And like even like the architecture of the buildings inside.
Yeah. And
like
to be fair, they're so impressive.
And,
like
tall, beautiful. Well, I know that was the time anyway.
With very specific capacities.
Yes.
As well.
But for a bit, it kind of worked because he just kind of thought that he thought mental health could be cured, any of these issues, because if you could take someone out of like chaotic, busy, horrible, normal life, especially in the 1800s and 1700s and, those kind of times, then maybe it would work. You'd have the calm routine, the serene environment to get better. Yeah. And to begin with, it kind of did work. And I think he was reporting rates of as high as 30 to 40% recovery. Yeah. Which in that time, I guess, was fair good.
Literally, yeah.
And it looked,
anyone will be going there for any condition.
Yeah. So it looked really great for like governments and like reformers, and because there was like a lot of issues. I mean, mental health wasn't what it means now. No. It covered a lot of things, which we'll kind of get into, but so there was a lot of people being brought into these places. But these were just meant to be, like you said, for like small populations, like
Yes.
250 people.
Yeah.
But
Everything went wrong. Well, naturally, people just get...
There's just too many people.
Yeah.
But this is it. Like, so I've got a list here of the kind of examples: postpartum depression, epilepsy, grief, poverty, nonconformity, like just anything.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. Anything could be considered as mental health. Even if you were just like to someone, oh, they're difficult.
Yeah,
like
if your wife is difficult, you're
gone.
Just
you're
send
in
her.
there. She needs to go to this hospital.
And they were meant to be like put in different areas based on what they're struggling with.
Yeah.
Which, again, great.
Yeah.
Send people for anything, because at least they'll be with...
But because there's too many, all of those dedicated rooms became other things. So like dormitories became like storerooms, and suddenly all those long, beautiful, symmetrical wings are just beds lining them, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, when I saw pictures, it just reminds me of like A&E.
Yeah.
You know, like, but with like less medical knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still like that now with, beds everywhere because there's no rooms and there's no space to put anyone.
Yeah. And the worst part is, like, if you got put in, it's really hard to get back out.
Yeah.
Which I found really strange.
Unless you go to the basement and they burn your body because you're dead.
Well, yeah. So you're basically just trapped in a prison.
Yeah. And of course, you're going to get worse if it's like conditions are going downhill.
There was loads of reports of like patient on patient fights, like abuse from the staff. And I actually read as well that, you know, that beautiful like symmetrical wing I keep talking about, which sounds really nice, but they found obviously a way to abuse it. And it was like clear sight lines so that doctors and nurses could watch everything without being seen. So there's like no privacy.
Yeah, for the patients. Yeah.
So you can't see what's going on. And it also means it's really easy for people to just disappear.
Yeah.
And that's without the actual medical
treatments. Treatments. Yeah. Because it's a different time of the world as well. Because like even in schools, they would like beat children. So if you're doing that to children who are there by just choice, learning, maybe not by choice, but they're probably like in a better position than a lot of kids. Well, what are you going to be doing to...
Lobotomies don't sound great.
No.
Electroshock therapy doesn't sound great.
No.
Waterboarding and all that.
No. Doesn't sound great.
No.
So where are we going first?
Do you want to go first or shall I go first with one?
Oh, you go first.
Okay. This is probably my best one, actually.
Nice.
Maybe I shouldn't lead with it, but we're going to go with it. I found this one and I thought I found some kind of like summary of it. And there was one part and I was like, I need to look more into this because of this bit. And I just thought this bit is what you're going to love the most.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get into it. So I'm covering the Athens Lunatic Asylum in Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio? I was going to say, is it in Athens?
It's not in Athens. That's what I was like, oh, Athens. No, Ohio, USA. So it's high on a hill overlooking Athens, Ohio.
Ohio.
And it's a Victorian complex, once known as the Athens Lunatic Asylum, but was later renamed the Ridges. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess the word lunatic fell out of...
Probably.
Yeah.
It opened in 1874 and was built on the Kirkbride model.
Our favourite.
So it looked beautiful outside, stunning views, all that stuff. But obviously, really bad, dark stuff was happening inside. And this institution was also very quickly overflowing with patients and just bad conditions. One of those patients was Margaret Schilling, who had been admitted to the Athens Lunatic Asylum in the 1970s. So on the 1st of December 1978, 53-year-old Margaret doesn't appear for dinner. And this alerts the nurses, who signal a code brown and begin to search the entirety of the complex.
Code Brown.
I don't know why brown, but anyway. Obviously, they don't find her. And if I'm being honest, it sounds like they give up fairly easy.
Right. They just look out the window and like...
Yeah. Because this is a massive building.
Yeah.
It's a massive building. But I think they just kind of suspect that maybe she's just gotten out and wandered off, like just escaped.
Right.
So they just go, oh, she's gone. See you later. And then it's quite rural around, so they're not going to go search all these grounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though they should. But then a month later, on the 11th of January, 1979, her body is found on a concrete floor near a window in an abandoned wing of the building. So this raised quite a lot of questions because although the wing's abandoned, it's actually very close to the wings where everyone's working. Like it's really not far off. So
especially if you can see all the way down corridors, like.
And you know that there's wings and abandoned wings, so why wouldn't you go and check them?
Yeah.
But an autopsy revealed that she had died of natural causes. And based on the significant decomposition, she was estimated to have been dead for 4 to 5 weeks prior. So 4 weeks, basically.
To being found.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if she's died on that night.
Oh, they've just... Right.
Don't know. But eyewitnesses reported that her body was naked and her clothes were neatly folded nearby. So no one knows what's happened to her. But she's just... There's also different reports. One says that the room's really cold and no one went there because it was so cold. But then all like the scientific reports are saying, well, it was hot enough that she decomposed so quickly.
Oh, true.
Because when they moved her body, there's an outline of her on the floor. Like
her flesh.
Yeah. So they clean it, but the stain doesn't go.
Oh, is it still there now?
Well, they try cleaning it more with like acidic cleaning.
Yeah.
The stain doesn't go.
Oh, nice.
And to this day, the stain is still there. I've got a picture. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
It's absolute. There it is.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
That's her there.
The head is that?
That's her head up there, and that's like her hips.
Is that like her hair? The head looks like she's got hair. That is crazy.
Grim, isn't it? That is really grim.
It's such a lifelike. Well, it is a real body.
Yeah,
but
I don't get why it stayed there. But
yeah.
What makes it worse though is during the autopsy, her brain's removed for study, which apparently is quite a common practice at the time. But all the remains except her brain are returned to the family, and the brain basically gets like stored, catalogued, and forgotten about.
Right. They've got a brain room.
I don't know.
They must do.
In jars.
Yeah.
Some former staff and researchers believe that Margaret might have been part of an unauthorized observation or experimentation, something like that, and that her death might have exposed what was going on or some kind of failures that the hospital couldn't afford to, get leaked out. So therefore her brain was evidence to this.
I see.
So let's lose it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I just thought maybe the treatment's so bad there that she just wandered off and was like, do you know what? I'd rather die here than go downstairs and get electrocuted.
Yeah.
Because by the looks of it, everyone in the asylums, they're not in good shape anyway.
No.
They're being so badly treated, but they're also like the food situation, although they are getting fed, a lot of it's like schlop.
Yeah.
So it's not great.
Gruel.
Exactly. So today, large parts of the former Athens Lunatic Asylum, or the Ridges, are owned by Ohio University. Some wings were renovated into art studios, offices, classrooms. I find it very funny that students are just walking along these corridors.
They should make that room the art room.
Well, other wings were simply just sealed off.
Right.
But the ward where she was found still exists.
Yeah.
And the floor stain is still there, preserved under wax, not removed. And it's sometimes shown during tours.
Yeah.
But there's no memorial dedicated to her. There's no apology about it. Her brain was eventually returned to her family decades later. And that was after public pressure. So don't know what's gone on there, but
I can't believe that this is the 1970s.
Yeah, I know. It's not that far away.
In my mind, it's all like early 1900s.
Yeah. Or like 17, 18 or something. Yeah. But yeah, so that's Margaret. And that's the Athens Lunatic Asylum. So you can go and visit it if you visit Ohio University, basically. And you can go and see her staying.
If I was in that university, I would be definitely breaking in and seeing that.
Well, obviously, there's loads of people that are like, oh, we hear people wandering.
Yeah. It's students, probably.
Yeah, probably. So there you go.
I'd 100% be in there.
Yeah,
having a look around.
Well, I think there's probably videos on YouTube. I didn't look, actually.
Yeah. There'll be loads, won't there?
But I didn't know if they would actually for this one because it's still being used. But maybe for the sealed ones, maybe people have got in there.
Yeah.
For my other two, there's lots of videos of people just looking because it's all like decaying. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours?
Well, there are tons of videos of mine.
Okay.
One is Waverly Hills Sanatorium. They're both very, I'd say, famous.
I love Sanatorium. That's a great.
It's a nice word, isn't it?
That's a great word.
Yeah. And this
slightly more like elevated than asylum or hospital. Or
well, it was a slightly different like use. So it wasn't. The other one was a Kirkbride Plan one, but this one wasn't.
Right.
So, it's in Louisville.
Okay. America.
Yes. Yeah.
Where is Louisville?
That's a great question.
Oh, sorry.
Let me see.
Just ask.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah. Where's Kentucky?
And where is Kentucky?
It's at the end of the road and they do fried chicken.
Fried chicken. We don't condone it. We kind of do.
No.
I don't know.
I sometimes eat it.
Sometimes.
But
Go on.
try not to. So, at night, people report temperature changes.
Of course.
Of course. Visitors report sudden pressure in the chest. Not panic or fear. Pressure as though someone's like holding them. The ribcage from breathing. They hear coughing. They hear apparently rhythmic coughing in the wards. Yeah. Doors slamming. All the things you'd expect people to hear.
Are the cabinet doors swinging and the phone wire skipping?
I've never seen these happen in a video.
Apartment 14?
But there are always stories, aren't there? Like you never see it happen in the videos where they're ghost hunting. But there's always someone who's telling a story of when they were in there. Yeah.
Classic.
So it sits on a nice wooded hill just outside of Louisville. And it was, again, chosen for a nice location, airflow. And the first structure they built, it was kind of like a wooden, like two-story house type things. So it wasn't very big, and that was in 1910. Nice. But then they rebuilt this massive, like concrete. It probably looks the exact same as all of them. Yeah. It's like big wings.
Yeah.
And it's this massive building. It's kind of a Z shape, but you can see all the way down it.
Yeah.
And it was used to treat tuberculosis.
Okay.
So apparently that was one of the leading causes of death
at
that time. Yeah. And it was really contagious. There was loads of social stigma. So people were just afraid of these tuberculosis people.
Yeah.
I guess like leprosy.
Yeah.
Back in
that time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And people kind of saw it as like an issue of the poor. So even from that, there's kind of a stigma around the sort of people's lives. And so this sanatorium basically just removed people from society.
Okay.
And it was designed for 400 patients, but of course,
overflowing, overcrowding.
Yeah. And again, it looks, if there was 400, it would be really nice because it's designed for nice airflow. They like treated things for like sun and things. So it would be nice, but they've just got all these like slum districts where everyone's just getting tuberculosis.
Yeah. That's grim.
Yeah. And they basically send them there just to die.
Yeah.
Because there was no cure.
Grim.
Yeah. So I then looked into tuberculosis because I had no idea actually what it was. Science. So apparently it attacks your lungs.
Yeah.
It causes like bloody coughing.
Yeah.
Chest pain, fevers.
Isn't it Moulin Rouge?
I was going to say it's what Santine gets.
It's Nicole Kidman, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah. Oh. Yeah. And she, never mind. She dies. If you haven't seen it, then.
Bam. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says that patients would like slowly suffocate, basically.
Oh.
So just horrible. And as a result, you'd get all these like other infections. Obviously, you'd be really depressed. There was like wars for children, all these things. And it was just not nice to live there, really, because it's so overcrowded. And you have this structure of like, which sounds quite nice on the face of it. It's like you've got time outside. There's times of just like silent reflection time.
Yeah.
But those things were enforced so rigidly. Like if it's snowing outside, you'd be outside.
Yeah.
Because they were just like,
that's the routine.
That's what you're gonna do. Yeah. So they'd be like for hours, you would just be.
So they
walking around.
Pneumonia as well.
Literally all these things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they treated them in all the fun ways. So we don't have like lobotomies and stuff.
Okay.
One was artificial pneumothorax, where they inject air into the chest cavity to collapse the lung. And they do that every week. And it was just basically really painful.
Well, yeah.
And because they've not got great hygiene.
Infection.
Yeah. There was another one where they'd remove the ribs. Like surgically remove them so your lungs couldn't re-expand. And I don't really understand. I have to look more into this.
I don't get. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get the thinking behind these.
Nor do I. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think because it was like affecting the lungs, they're like, oh, this might work.
So let's just stop them breathing altogether.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay. There must be, if someone knows body health.
Claire.
Tell us. Yeah. Why would they remove the ribs?
Okay.
So basically, everyone there, you get it, and you're like, life's over. And you're having an awful time. And this is where the fun bits of the site get, because underneath the whole site, there's basically like a tunnel, which runs from the main building, and it runs to like the furnaces. So
great.
And the idea was like,
that's really grim.
Oh, at least then we won't have to, people won't see bodies moving out. But basically, if someone died, they just take them there, and they put them in this like death tunnel, and they just
like
away
Squid
they
Games.
go. Yeah,
like
literally like that. Yeah. And there'd be like,
God,
there'd just be loads like
just burning,
just constantly bodies rolling away.
That's pretty bad.
But this was all the accepted treatments, and because you just didn't have any other option.
Yeah.
They just.
It's bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And eventually we get like antibiotics and stuff. So tuberculosis wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But up till then, this was what, as a nation, everyone did. And I was like, it's not really an evil person. Like there were obviously staff who were more abusive, but overall,
just no one knew shit.
Yeah.
No one knew anything.
Yeah. And so actually we're causing all this like torturous conditions, not because the people are horrible, but because they just, that's all they had.
That's all they knew of.
Yeah. And it just like.
So what happened to your place?
Well, eventually it became an old people's home, basically. A geriatric hospital, they called it. Woodhaven Geriatric Hospital. Nice. But it wasn't any better, really. The staff were just very neglectful. And so in the 80s, it was closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did it turn into?
That was in the 60s.
Right. Okay.
So it's like
When
50 years in 1910. So it's like 50 years it was a tuberculosis hospital.
Yeah, and then it was...
And then this old people's hospital.
For a little bit.
The state investigated them.
And was like, nah.
And they closed it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So like actually when it stopped being tuberculosis, which was awful because it was awful.
Yeah.
And it could have been good.
And then it was just old people getting whatever.
Yeah. And so
treatment.
Now it's just a big building which
people can go and look at.
Yeah. It's just abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. But there's so many videos and like obviously there's a ton of shadow figures people see. There's a ghost of a nurse Mary, who's seen in treatment rooms. There's loads of child ghosts. Everything you basically expect from a ghost hunt. And it is pretty creepy, to be fair.
Does sound it.
But just like a waste of a space.
Waste of space.
Waste of space, because it's such a lovely building.
Yeah.
And like it could be.
So it's the stuff that's haunting it, not as in the ghosts, I mean like the history. Yeah. That's the same with one of my like people don't go there. Like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Marks it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because obviously there's so much death. If the spiritual world is a place in the way people think that there are ghosts, etc., this place would be just from the amount of death.
Yeah.
And the fact that when people are living, you're only there to die. So it would be the place that people are actually like
converted.
Yeah.
Into ghosts.
Into ghosts, yeah. Just from the amount of trauma, I guess. Like yeah. But again, not one specific bad person.
Yeah.
Just
that's the same with all of these, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like the way people lived. And I always think like sometimes I like hate the world we live in, and I'm like, actually, at least
it's a bit better.
There's
not lobotomies going on.
The baseline is better, even if it's not perfect.
Yeah.
I
like that one.
Waverly Hills, you can visit.
Is it nearby? Oh no,
not nearby us. It's nearby someone. Yeah.
Let's go Kentucky.
Fried chicken.
My next one's in Italy.
Oh.
I should have practiced saying it. Damn it.
Just do the hand and it'll sound.
Poveglia.
Is it the island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you say it?
I think it's like Puglia or something.
Because it doesn't read like that. It's like Poveglia.
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 Yeah,
that looks more
something. Yeah.
Poveglia. Right. So that's a small island basically that sits between Venice and Lido.
Oh.
Is that how you say that one?
I don't know. Is that?
It might have an interesting pronunciation.
I like it, Lido.
Or Lido.
Little?
Lido sounds better.
They got a little in Venice.
Little. I'm so sorry, Italians. Can't pronounce your places ever. I said Venice right.
Nice.
The base level. Still not very high. Anyway, so in 1776, the island was used as a quarantine station for incoming ships and cargo for plague victims. Basically, just anything plague.
Yeah.
And also, anyone suspected of carrying the disease, sick or not, was just taken there. So families were separated. The island had like a few plague pits on it, where groups of the victims would just be put in and burned alive.
Yeah.
It's burned alive to stop the spread. So it's estimated over 100,000 people died on this island, and that the remains are actually mixed into the soil. And they say that even now the ground is made up partly of human ash. Yeah, that's pretty grim. So then in 1922, the existing buildings were converted into a psychiatric hospital.
Nice.
And according to legend, so I don't actually know if this is, I'm hoping it's true. It said it was true, but you never know. But the asylum's chief doctor began conducting experimental treatments on patients that were a bit too far. So he was doing lobotomies, electroshock, and other kind of like crude surgical procedures, basically.
Yeah.
But what was worse was it was without consent.
Right.
And he didn't really fully understand what he was doing.
He's just giving it a go.
It just, yeah. I'm thinking it's like Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But patients were said to like scream through the halls all night and all day. It was just a really ungodly place full of fear.
Mm.
And while this is happening, staff are just quitting left, right, and centre because they're just terrified. And they all claim that the building's haunted, that they're hearing whispers, footsteps, voices calling their names. And the chief doctor himself actually admits that he starts complaining of migraines, insomnia, visions.
Really?
And he says he believes it's the spirits of the plague victims and former patients that are tormenting him. And the legend ends with him climbing to the top of the bell tower of this psychiatric hospital and either jumping or being pushed off. So the official records say that he died after falling from the tower, but the locals insisted he was driven mad, basically. And
he's pushed by a ghost.
They say that he was murdered by the very spirits he tortured.
Nice.
Yeah. The hospital closed in 1968, and today the surviving buildings on the islands are the Cavanna, the church, the hospital asylum, the bell tower, housing and administrative buildings. So they're all there, and they're just decaying. Yeah. And to this day, people claim you can still hear bells ringing from the tower, even though the bell was removed decades ago. And the locals refuse to step foot on the island.
Yeah.
Because they're so certain it's haunted and yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a little short one, but I thought that was quite fun.
I love that island.
So I don't know, obviously I don't know much if there was this chief doctor guy, but it is all the plague pits, that's all true, and the psychiatric hospital is true, and what they did there was true, and it is true also that all the locals did not visit.
Yeah.
So it's a really bad place.
And I've heard about loads of videos I've watched on that island.
Oh, right. I mentioned this doctor.
Yeah.
Right, so it
probably is
a real person.
Yeah. And I guess because you're so cut off from the world, no one's going to come to that island. It's tiny. Unless you're coming.
Well, yeah. And it is also like we said, it's true that they're doing all those treatments. And it is also true that they were doing it with little knowledge.
Yeah.
And without consent on patients as well.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, people, like you were saying, people will come in. It's such a small little island. It was just out the way for plague.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And I think there's like two halves to the island with like a little bridge.
Yeah.
And one is no buildings. It's just literally.
It's just weird.
Where all the dead people. That's a lot.
Mass graves.
Yeah.
Again, 100,000.
If these things are real, then that again would be.
That is real, yeah. Oh, you mean if ghosts are real and stuff? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That would be where they're all.
The locals are certain. They're like, no, we don't go there.
Yeah.
We don't step foot.
Yeah. And
they can't. They've tried to like build some stuff there or like sign it, but it keeps falling through because they're just not. Yeah, there's too much.
Imagine having to put the foundations.
Human-ish.
Humans.
What's your next one?
This one is another famous asylum. It's the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
I like it.
Part of the Kirkbride Plan.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's quite.
Yeah.
I didn't know how far that plan went, but it sounds like maybe the whole of America's like.
Well, it's United States, UK,
right,
and Europe all had hospitals. Asylums, yeah, by him.
Yeah. And again, this one starts off really, really well intentioned. Big long wings for like nice airflow.
All the same stuff.
Yeah. Like they say there's a moral treatment philosophy.
Right.
So there'll be nice treatments here.
Yeah.
And 250 patient capacity.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's all of them were designed for that. But at its peak, there were over 2,400 patients.
That's too many.
So it's like 10 times the number of people in a space.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And it just by then, anything like schizophrenia, bipolar, epilepsy, postnatal depression, poverty.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Like you're just too poor to live. Yeah.
Anything.
Moral insanity, which who knows what. Being an unmarried woman who defies norms. So again,
going against the conventional norm. Yeah.
And like you said, like people pretty much didn't get out.
Yeah.
Once you're in, it's like, well, you're in now.
It's just it for all of them, isn't it?
Yeah. And so it went from this nice plan, nice airflow, and suddenly everyone's in like just in the hallways, in cages, some were chained to the walls. And they had all the fun treatments. Electroshock therapy, insulin shock therapy.
God.
Ice baths, which I've seen.
They're all the rage these days.
Literally,
Maybe they were actually doing something goddamn joking.
Yeah, it looks fun. But I've seen this in. Have you watched Ratched? It's like a TV series. They have ice bath in that.
Right. Okay.
And they're like,
they'll
tie you in so you can't. You can't like get out.
No, that's not the same then. Yeah, that's not the same. Yeah. Okay.
Same idea, but you can like get out.
Yeah.
But there was one guy. So this is the lobotomy guy, basically. Dr. Walter Freeman. And he's basically like a national advocate for lobotomies. I wrote down how many over 3,000 lobotomies he performed himself.
You really loved them then?
Yeah, literally. Some on children as young as 4 years old.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
And it is crazy, isn't it? Like, and the process for people who don't know, in the top of the eye, they'll put an ice pick and they basically just hammer it in so it cuts off the frontal lobe or that front bit of the brain. So all your like emotions basically go because you just cut the bit off which like manages them. And they were like, the ideal situation is that someone can still like dress themselves and do the washing up.
Got no emotions.
Literally. So like people were just like blank.
That's just not how it works either.
No, literally. And even within the patients there, it was just like violent on violent. So there was one incident in the second floor bathroom where one patient made like an advance on the other. I think it was like a homosexual advance, they said, which back then
absolutely
they weren't into.
Not okay back then. Yeah.
And so the other man, he gets a butter knife and just like goes at him and he's just dies.
Shiv.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
It's like prison. It is literally prison.
Yeah. And he just bleeds out and dies.
Savage.
And there's just, because everyone's in there for such a variety of reasons, there was loads of patients who would like, they'd be in a room together, for example, and there'd be one who has like severe mental struggles or like different deficiencies. And so these other people who were struggling less would just take advantage of them and like in every way. And so just like, even if you got nice staff, which you don't, everyone around you is just like a dick, basically. Yeah. And so it closed in 1994, which is crazy. That's like, well, it's 31 years ago because that's when I was born. After lawsuits and media exposure. And they basically didn't have the funding to look after the number of patients they had. Too many patients anyway. They weren't being ethical in the way they treated patients. And there was just so much abuse hidden behind, I'm a doctor, I know what to do. And it's mental that's the 90s.
Yeah.
And this is still happening.
Yeah.
And it probably is still happening, like...
Well, in some places.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, not to the same extent. It's a bit more... I feel like it's more sneaky these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although in other countries, it's maybe a bit more... Some countries are still further behind, I guess.
Yeah, even in, like, vaccinations and stuff. Because some places still have, like, polio and diseases like that.
Yeah. Which
is, mental. And what really I find annoying is we've got vaccines for these. And there must be, like, charitable organizations trying to get these vaccines to these places. But why don't the government just go, you know what? If we eradicate this disease in the world...
Well, it's different. I don't know. You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
Well, maybe that's the issue. We would think,
but
politicians don't.
Well, there's that. And it's just, you can't get anyone to agree with anyone.
Yeah. So stupid.
Everyone's falling out.
But yeah, the haunted things.
Oh, yeah.
There was a patient who was there, and he basically saying he's seen these shadow figures called the Sly Man.
The Sly
Man, yeah. And he said he'd been contacted, so he wrote a poem about it, which goes, I found people did not have any souls. I couldn't get them back in class. I went to the Sly Man. He bought me coffee and told me of synchronicity. He said, I can be in 2, 3, or more places at the same time. He also said, if it's proof of 1 or 2 things, that he'd be back.
It's a stupid poem.
It is. It is.
This is where you're going to tell me that you made it up and you wrote it.
I didn't write it, no. He wrote it, but then I think the idea, like, people think that, again, if the ghostly realm is real, they believe that, like, the shadow figures they see in all these places are just the same one.
It's probably your own shadow.
It could be. We'll never know.
It's nice to know that a shadow could bring you coffee.
Yeah, he bought him coffee.
That's cool. I'd like a shadow person to bring me some coffee.
And also, where's he getting coffee in this place? It doesn't seem like a very, just head into the canteen.
Cafeteria.
Yeah.
Get some coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But again, you can visit this one.
Yeah. Is it decaying?
Abandoned. It looks so lovely, though.
They always do.
I know. Oh, my gosh. Even like in England, all these old little hospitals, like the community ones, the buildings are so lovely. I'm like, why don't we just bring that back?
Yeah.
But there we go. Who knows?
Who knows?
So where next?
So I've got one more. This is actually in England.
Oh.
Is this our last one?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we bring it home. That's quite nice. This is Whittingham Hospital. And it's actually just outside Preston in Lancashire.
It's down the road.
Just down the road. And it was opened in 1873. And at its peak, it was one of the largest psychiatric hospitals in England, housing over 3,000 patients. Great.
It would be in the north, wouldn't it? Like,
of course.
Yeah.
And just like the others, from outside, it looks like what these other places are supposed to look like. This one's a grand red brick building, slightly different. Long corridors again, wide grounds, serene, very, lovely. But of course, you guessed it.
Not serene.
Not so nice inside. For decades, this hospital basically operated largely out of the public view on purpose. Patients were committed for life. Many with like learning disabilities, chronic mental illness, or simply just nowhere else to go. So again, it's the same criteria. And once they're admitted, they just became invisible to the outside world. So no one was knowing what was happening inside. So by the 1950s and 1960s, the conditions inside were pretty horrific. Staff have later described those times as patients being beaten for minor infractions, deliberately oversedated to keep wards quiet, patients left naked, isolated as punishment. One man said that he saw other patients being dragged by their hair to places.
Oh my God.
Food was being withheld. People were being restrained and chained up, sometimes for hours, sometimes for days. They were also using patients as free labour to work on the hospital grounds without pay. Deaths happened a lot, but kind of quietly. They had this, so it would be like through neglect and like illness and also physical abuse that's gone too far. But it was really questioned because most of the patients didn't have like any outside family looking in. Right. And there wasn't anyone, like any big brother looking in at the hospital. Like the Ministry of Health wasn't really looking at this hospital.
Right.
And it had its own cemetery.
Oh, good. They always do, don't they? Like...
So it was really easy just to make patients disappear, basically, because when a patient would die from like neglect or abuse or whatever, most of them would be buried without family present. Most of the graves were unmarked and the records were purposefully left incomplete. So eventually in 1965, a young psychiatric nurse named Geoffrey Dickens, he says later MP.
All right.
So I think he's an MP as well. Right. And other staff members began raising concerns about the abuse, and at first they were ignored and dismissed. They were mostly warned to stay quiet, but then the details finally reached the press, and the stories were really specific, consistent, and just impossible to dismiss. So there was claims of patients being punched, kicked, dragged, mocked, drugged, and the Ministry of Health had to basically step in and have a look at it. So in 1969, a public inquiry was launched, and the findings basically confirmed that there was just a horrific amount of physical abuse and neglect. Like they just couldn't ignore it. But only a small number of staff faced consequences. A handful were disciplined, a few lost their jobs, but there was no major criminal prosecutions, no sweeping accountability.
Yeah.
And the hospital remained open.
All right.
Yeah. And this is mainly because, like you said, it's not one person, it's a whole system.
Yeah.
So if they were to close this, they saw that as we'd be admitting the whole system is to fail. And therefore they'd have to close other institutions. And what would they do with all these people?
And this is like the time when we just sort of got the welfare state and NHS was just being formed.
This is the NHS.
Yeah. So you can't really, it's just happened 10 years ago. You can't really go and then say.
That's it. Yeah. But there'd be no more funding or jobs for people. And that also drove a lot of it because people wanted the money. So it continued on until it finally closed in 1995.
Right.
The site became known as Guild Park, and in 1999, Guild Lodge was opened on the edge of Guild Park, providing secure mental health care services to a small number of patients, followed the next year by purpose-built rehabilitation cottages close by. Some other parts were demolished. I think some bits were converted into housing or were planning to, but basically the majority of it is just decaying and left.
It's so sad that.
And people can just, like, a lot of it, they said deliberately left so that people can go for urban exploring.
Oh, right. They've done that on purpose. Oh, right.
That was what some people said, yeah. So, and
are the urban explorers the ones saying that?
No.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
No, Wikipedia said that.
Oh,
so
nice.
I was like, okay. So, yeah.
I would like to go to explore.
But yeah, crazy, because you said 1994.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've got one for 1995. Like, what are these hospitals that are just closed in the years we're born?
Literally.
It's well funny.
That is so weird.
And that's in England. That's just down the road from us.
Yeah.
So.
There is, on the way to Manchester Airport, there's a building that sounds very similar. It's red brick. It looks like these. And now it's a housing complex.
Right.
And I'm like, I wonder if that was another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I think there's a fair few.
Yeah. No way.
So there you go. There's our asylums. Thank God.
Yeah. The date's still
yeah.
I can't believe it because, yeah.
Well, like we said, there's still stuff going on because this is quite similar as well to the school, the school stuff we've talked about where you've got what parents call difficult going against the norm kids, and so they get taken away in the night to these schools.
Yeah, unengaged rich parent kids.
But that's the same thing where they're getting
just people
strip searched and, you know, punched and kicked, and how dare you talk back, and all this kind of stuff. And
in the schools,
chained up. There was ones with chained ones, and
and
but there's some still happening of those. Like I was looking, there was one in Mexico that's still up and running and stuff. So, and that's today. So
yeah,
it's just crazy.
Yeah,
but that's not far off. I know they're not doing the lobotomies, but some of them do. They call it like mental health, like treatment, but it's just people like, some of them are just like someone sat in a chair on one side of the room, and they get the entire class to run up and just shout abuse at them, and they have to like withstand it.
Right.
Like apparently that's mental health training. So it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's like the Handmaid's Tale.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah.
So
it's scary because I don't think it would take that much for anyone to do that.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it I feel is just, well, with the school ones, it's money. And I do feel like, if I'm being honest, I know, like we said, this is a different time with the asylums and they didn't know stuff. And I'm sure some people were just actually trying to help. But I do think money probably really played a part in it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
That's the biggest motivator in the world, isn't it?
Mm. But there you go. Asylums.
Yeah. Visit one.
Don't get admitted to one. Just visit. Make sure you can leave.
Yeah, just a day trip, actually.
And if you see a sly shadow man with a cup of coffee, send him my way.
Take a picture. Yes.
I could do with a cup of coffee.
I'd like that coffee.
I'd like to try some sly coffee, please. Ooh, side hustle.
If you wake up in the night and there's just a shadow figure like,
coffee.
You ordered?
I'm like, oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, my top is so itchy. I can't stop scratching.
Maybe you should be admitted.
Yeah, I need admitting. I'm an unmarried woman. And I don't know what you are.
I'm an unmarried woman.
There you go. Yeah.
Well.
Thanks very much for listening about asylums.
Yeah.
Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you don't go and tell the people of Italy that I can't say Lido.
Oh, yeah.
Lido. Next to Venice.
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 It's Venice.
Italy.
We know that one.
We know that one. Yeah, go see if there's a bell tower ringing. And
yeah, there is a bell tower.
See if it's ringing.
Does it ring? That's under dispute.
Like our channel, comment, share, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want. And
we'll do a ghost hunt one day.
Yeah, we actually will. We're going to sort that out with my dad.
Maybe we should go to that Preston.
We should go Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Haunted Asylum hunt.
And we'll get in touch with you, Joanne, because I know you'll be watching this.
Yeah.
Probably in the background. So hopefully your ears prick up now.
Yes.
Come with us, Joanne.
Come play with us.
And yeah, that sounds good.
And that's all we've got.
I think that's
today.
all we've got, yeah.
Yeah.
So have a great week. And we'll see you all at the next dead end.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.